If you've been following our whaling series, you kind of already have an idea what's going to happen today. You saw the title of the video, so you can't be like, oh, I'm clueless. You're not clueless. You know what's happening here. The question is, to what level of depravity am I willing to sink to make these dreams happen? And before I introduce the rest of the people who are here, this is my show today. I'm not trying to be selfish. I'm just saying I've been waiting for this for 9 months. I haven't really pulled. I did grab Yoimiya when she reran, but other than that, I've kind of just been sitting on resources waiting for this moment. So let's talk about why this moment fucking blows. We talked a little bit at the end of Jason's polls about all the issues with Dehya. If anything, those have been further magnified since that recording because she released in full, and then we found out things that weren't even discovered in the beta testing, like her ult being cancelable by jumping, or running into, like, fucking barrels, or the fact that her E sometimes doesn't work properly, she can get launched in the air by it, or all these other problems that we didn't even really foresee. So we're going to be pulling for Dehya today, but with an asterisk. Before I go any further, let's introduce today's panel. Michaela's here alongside me.
Hello, everyone.
Doug is here again because he loves us.
No, of course I do. And you love Dehya so much, you're going to go C6. That's the amount of depravity you're going to go.
Yeah, you don't really know what I have planned. I haven't told anybody.
I have no idea.
It's a reveal for not only the audience, but also the others in attendance. Jason is also here.
Hola.
And Catherine is also here.
Hello.
Apparently everyone is here to watch me suffer, which, that's fair.
True.
It would be kind of like a train wreck.
That
and
really is the only reason I'm here. Maximum
people clicking on the
depravity, I'm here
video.
for it.
Yeah,
The
they're
people
also
clicking
here for
on
that.
the-
Navigating the world is a whole
No.
lot.
I decided
That's
to.
absolutely right.
I'm just posted up in Mondstadt. Now, technically, Dehya is out in the world right now because of the event, but because I haven't finished the previous Archon quest, I'm still in the interlude. She's not there where she's supposed to be. So I'm just in Mondstadt because I actually think it looks pretty during the festival. I kind of wish it was this way always, but then again, it wouldn't feel special, so I get it. But look at this.
And you know what? Not to say anything, but if you had done the festival at all, there's like a camera spot right down there towards like by the gate, almost where you are. So you actually could have got a better position because it'll like readjust your camera. They do this nifty thing with the camera event where you sort of like position the camera and then you get to take the picture, so you can like screw around and like do really cool stuff when you take the photo. But I appreciate that Yolan's here.
Everything you've just said is 100% true, but you're forgetting one factor, which is my motivation to play this game has been real fucking low the last 2 weeks. So I haven't started the festival at all. Anyways, I just switched back to Genshin. There we go. Now I can control it. Here's what I haven't done yet. This.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
No,
yeah, that
fun.
might be useful.
Haven't touched it. I did Cyno's just to get the 20 gems and to kind of play with him again. And I kind of like Cyno. I don't know if I regret not pulling for him, but I'm kind of like, seems kind of neat. I think the overall impression of him is like, a positive but I didn't even do the trial. Everything I've seen, of course, is based on other people's videos, and there's a whole subreddit, and it's a whole thing. But I'm going to do this first, and then we're going to pull. I want to just kind of show people what we're dealing with here. And again, at least one thing has been corrected, which is her auto attack string doesn't like knock people too far back on the third hit anymore. So it's not that they're completely unaware. It's just the only thing they bothered to fix was that one thing.
Yeah, it's like she has more jump now, so she'll catch up after she pushes them away. But there's still a ton of problems with the kit.
Didn't they also fix her face?
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's
That's Matt, everybody. There's a disembodied ghost in my room.
Yeah, Matt is also sometimes here. They fixed her eyes. Her eyes were the wrong color in a set of character portraits. So, we're really getting the big picture stuff here.
Mm-hmm. The
So-
eyes, they're important. Nothing else is important about Dehya besides
She
the
has
eyes.
distinct eyes. I don't know if I can really get them to be much bigger because the way
The pillar. There you go.
you gotta not be too
oh.
close. She's got those kind of specks. There we go. Those kind of like specks in them. They're cool.
Yeah, the like little star thingies, or I don't know. They glow. Not a cat girl though.
So we're gonna show this off beforehand. I'm not gonna bother trying to do this afterwards. I have pretty much everything pre-pulled as far as like talents and some decent artifacts because it wasn't necessarily clear what was going to be a good artifact, and the answer is nothing.
What do they run her? What do they run her with here?
We
That's
merge.
I actually
She
didn't
has
check.
her set supposedly.
Whoever pays.
I think people expect her to have Noblesse, and she does not.
That's a
she's
fucking
got
Noblesse.
Noblesse.
That's a weird fucking set to give her.
Yeah, it's not a great one either, but regardless, there isn't a good set to give her, so who fucking cares?
Is your new boss.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, you know, she's got a great sword, and she does damage, and these are slimes she can't kill. You saw the trailer, you understand.
Yeah, but she jumps forward enough or doesn't push them back enough that like she actually can do the string now. That's
Yeah.
good.
Like, you know, the attacks feel nice, and here's the burst, which I'm just, you know, hands off the wheel. Technically, I'm hitting attack in rhythm with her attacks and that to get extra hits, but other than that, it's auto-attacking, so... Which is a problem that we'll talk about here in a little bit, but, you know, it's fine. It's fine. Perfect character, no issues. Like,
I think the
everything
thing
looks
that-
neat.
It does, and honestly, even when I was playing with her, I'm like, you know, she feels kind of fun. Like, she'd be a lot of fun if, like she's kind of tanky, but, like, she takes damage, and then she can kind of heal. She kind of hits pretty well. She has a bunch of damage reduction. She's, like, a nice tanky brawler, right? That's, like, a League of Legends type term there. Like, they do damage, but, like, they're also tough enough to stay in the fight pretty well. But this right here, being just basically, like... just open up your cookie counter game and like just fucking, you know, hands off the wheel, like Jesus takes control is bad. It kind of, if it was like Sino where you popped it and you could just start smashing things, I feel like that would just feel so much better.
Yeah, or Raiden. I mean, you can argue that her entire kit could have been like Raiden, but just pyro, and it would have been just fine. You know, some off-field pyro application, an enhanced burst that allows you to do better attacks, but control them wouldn't have been super difficult. You know, maybe would have had more Burgeon applications, and instead we got fuck all. So
Yep.
that's cool.
But how
We're gonna
did
go ahead and
feel,
claim that.
Chris?
All right, so you kind of got an idea there. It doesn't look that bad on the surface, but of course we're kind, you know, it's the character showcase, so it's going to be about the best case scenario whatsoever, right? Like that's just sort of how
Yeah.
it works with those. But here we are. I have 260 intertwined fates. I also have not done the monthly, like, you know, restock thing where they're reduced price, and of course I'm going to get plenty of restocking from that. We had talked at the end of Jason's stream about the possibility of, like, do you try to go for C1? Because that at least kind of gives her some statistical benefits that she should probably have in her core kit, but at least helps a little bit. Do you pull for her weapon? Which is pretty cool. Has some decent things going for it. I don't run shielders, so I get the nice HP boost out of it. And the answer is, I'm not doing either one of those things.
I figured.
I'm pulling for C0 Dehya, and a week ago, I wasn't going to pull at all. I was going to lure you all onto the Discord call, I was going to pretend like I was going to pull, and then I was going to Alt F4 out of the fucking program. But I'm not going to do that, because I think that's short-sighted. So instead, I'm pulling only for C0 Dehya. I fully expect to lose the 50-50 the way the breaks have gone on this the last couple times. If I don't, I guess I'll be pleasantly surprised, and then I'll have so many more things saved up for I don't know what. A character 6 months from now that'll probably disappoint too. Awesome.
Well,
So wish
okay.
me luck.
Yeah. Wish, all of luck.
Zero pity. So we're just going in tens. It would have been funny if she was like first pull.
That would be funny, yeah.
Aha.
Oh, that's a
Dog
character
boy.
you don't have.
I do. Who's even on this banner? Is he supposed to be here?
Oh,
or is
that's
he just-
funny. Let's look
I
at
don't
that
think
real
so.
quick. Look,
He's
it's
not.
Bennett, who, you know, is actually good for Dehya, but then again, who isn't Bennett good for? And Barbara, so fucking kill me. And Calais. So, yeah. Characters that
weird-
don't really match with Dehya at all, with the exception of maybe Bennett.
I also thought it was weird, or maybe I'm just crazy here. But when you go do the try thing, Cully doesn't have a thing, and I think Barbara doesn't either. I think all you can do is try Dehya, Sino, and Bennett, and then like that's it.
Yeah.
So like, I guess that's. I just thought that was weird. I went to like, you know, collect all the resources, and I was like, wait. Did they just say Calais and Barbara can just get fucked? Like,
That's
what's
right.
happening?
I guess they figure everybody will have Calais from the event that she was part of, I guess.
Maybe.
They are both free, so like maybe that's the
Oh,
reasoning.
Could
maybe
be.
that is
Oh.
exactly the reasoning.
Now,
Yeah.
That
there,
makes sense.
there
That
is
makes
one
sense.
core problem with this, and to me, it's like a simple fix. Why isn't Candace on this banner?
I absolutely agree. Candace should be on this banner.
But that just shows the lack of foresight or care put into this, so I guess it's par for the course.
Yeah,
Here's
there was
20.
a big talk about like it's a Mondstadt event and there's no Mondstadt 5 stars, so all the 4 stars were Mondstadt characters instead.
Hey, look at that.
Look, one of the people you
look,
wanted
bullshit.
to kill yourself over. They're here.
And a debate club. So there's that.
well, it's a lucky pull, so.
Yes,
No,
I
that's
got 2
awesome.
4-stars. It must be lucky.
Now, I gotta say this: if you happen to lose the 50-50 to Duluth, that was put out into the Fates by Matt.
Okay.
That's what Matt wants.
Well, if Matt ever wants to have a redeemable arc, I just want you to know that if that specific outcome happens, there will be no coming back from it.
Okay, that bridge would just be burned if that happens. I gotcha.
He will be dead to me.
You got a thumbs up from Matt over there, so that's good.
Because there are times where I'm like, Matt's all right. I can see myself coming around, and then shit like that, nope, won't happen. Nope, that's it. Bridge burned. So boring so far, but hey, this is now 50.
many-
We're not expecting anything too fancy before at least this point.
So many C6 minutes.
Ah, the bell.
The bell.
Cool.
A cool sword.
I
Can't wait.
am hype.
I hope a Fontaine character actually makes that useful at some point.
This is
Still
60.
nothing.
Ooh, a Calais.
I actually kind of
Who-
like Calais. Now that
She's
I have
better in the event, by the way. Like for those that think she's cool, or you're like milling on her, like character wise, I feel like she gets a lot of really good characterization in the event. It sucks that events are where that stuff happens, but like she's like a fully fledged character. She talks and does things.
these events have been good for almost all the characters. Anytime we get these big story ones like this, like they're almost always awesome for just about everybody involved. Which is
She
good.
hangs out with Sucrose a lot, which
And-
gives Sucrose a lot more development too.
Yeah, Sucrose is like actually kind of entertaining to also follow around. Like they put the two awkward, shy introvert like girls together, and they actually like kind of bond over the fact that they're both sort of introverts, and sometimes they just don't like talking and they don't understand people, and they just like peace and quiet. And I'm like, that's sweet. I like that for them.
That is nice for them.
Chris, so far this is probably the worst luck that we've seen, though.
Yeah.
As far as,
Oh, we
when
haven't
it-
gotten to the culmination of the luck yet, so...
No.
Now, I'm at 70, which means in theory I should be solo pulling, right? Because 75?
Yeah, roughly something like that.
So
I
I
mean-
guess we're going to embark on that. I don't really care about the 4 stars in this event, so I'm not really worried about the guarantee on 10. So here we go one by one. Here we go Looby Loo.
The big club. Aw.
No.
It's going to be painful and slow,
Not this
but
time.
it's what I've got. If you'd put a gun to my head, I would have thought that was a 4-star weapon. I would be dead. 73. 74.
Man, this,
Alright.
this is all sorts of bad so far.
75.
He's gonna make you go to 90.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like.
Alright.
Magic guide.
We're
Good
into
if you have
soft
an
pity.
idea.
76.
Not
That's
there
great.
yet.
It's just putting salt in the wound.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're pouring it into your veins at this point.
They're just
The game's
inject-
like, are you sure? Are you really?
Stop now.
This is
Hey.
about the point where you should.
It feels like that's an early, or maybe it's not early.
Ah.
The flute.
A flute!
It is the flute. Das Flute.
So many Pharaoh shadows.
It's great.
Mhm.
Okay.
Hey,
Oh,
all right.
okay,
Well,
okay.
here's the moment.
I think that
Salute.
was pull 80.
Oh
You
my!
got
Oh,
Mona.
Mona!
Something good has come out of this.
Now here's the thing: Mono's really important for making Dehya actually do tons of damage. So this isn't the worst thing. I don't have a single Mona, so like.
Yeah, this is not a horrible outcome. I haven't really
I-
built her out because with Yelan, I don't really have a need for her at the moment. But
Yeah.
that's not to say this is bad. I'm not mad. Obviously, the backup on the losing the 50-50, the idea would have been Kuching, but I've accepted that's probably never going to happen. So this is okay. It's okay. We would have liked to have won the 50-50, but then again, I'm not spending the rest of these damn things anyways, so it's not like I have to worry about losing. I have more than enough.
Yeah.
You've officially pulled for Dehya and failed.
All right, well, there's 80, so we're back on 0 pity, and we're going to go by 10s. We knew this was going to happen. I called it last time because everybody else gets such absurd luck on these recordings. And no, I'm not salty about it. Do I sound salty? Fuck you.
I may be detecting just a slight bit of
No,
salt.
that's pepper.
That's pepper. A little bit of pepper.
Easy mistake to make. Very similar spices.
So, Michaela, you underestimate that we've been playing games with your brother for the longest time, and Sean's luck is obscene. You just accept that Sean will get all the luck, and you will not.
That is true.
He
He
would have
does
gotten
steal it
6
all.
Dias in the first poll.
He probably would have, yes. If he played, he would.
All right, 40. Okay.
Oh, there it is. I mean,
Okay. I'm going to go one by one anyways, because who knows what surprises might be in here, although this early I would be stunned to see anything but just her, but
I
what the hell?
absolutely agree.
I've waited this long, let's go one by one. We also have to be on the lookout for debate clubs.
Okay,
There she is.
beautiful.
We'll just take a moment to admire. Great character design, love her in the story. Was surprised at how much I liked her, because I was already kind of like set on the idea, but then she was a lot more involved than I even thought. I think that's
Yeah.
part of why some people were especially kind of sad about this, because, you know, it seemed like, oh, look at this cool character who's like the standalone mercenary, and it's like, well, no. Okay. I'm not mad about
Good
that.
old- Good old caller.
Okay.
And another 4-star.
Just-
Okay.
Just all the stuff, I guess.
The
All right,
R&D
you're on 6
R-
pity.
Yeah.
6 pity. There she is, a member of the Eremites.
Like her recent little character trailer and stuff, like the little like, she's just a great character all around. They've done a lot of great things with her. It's a shame that whatever team works on the kits didn't get on board with what everyone else was doing.
Yeah, because it's clear there's some people there who cared about her quite a bit, but none of them
Yep.
had anything to do with the numbers that she spews out. So that's
Yep.
that's going to be tough. All right, well, I would put her on the team, but I'm probably not actually going to do that. So let's go ahead and get this real quick. Yeah, cool.
Beautiful.
I got to 50 last period. Not going to happen this period. Anyways, let's go look at Dehya. Well, first of all, I guess we should get the C1 on her because it's right
Yeah,
there.
what is the C1 on this? That's good because that right there will boost your Dehya or whoever you put it on, really. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
The question I'm thinking to myself here is, who else? I think I have one more C1. Yeah, which is D-Luke. I don't know if anybody else... I got Eula's? I don't remember that. Oh, and I have Jean, too. Okay, so I have more C1s than I thought for 5 stars. Weird. And I guess... Oh, well, I messed it up. I messed it up. I'll fix it.
Oh,
editor.
C6.
Max. But I have Tainari now, so like I don't know if I'm going to be using her. But hey, can't hurt. It's a bunny. Why not?
Maybe Tainari's voice will be better next time.
Yeah, I'm waiting on them to, like, I heard they were going to recast him or something, and...
The dirty little secret is I never really liked his voice in the first place. And then he was an asshole, so that was an added difficulty, but... I think I was just going to go with this temporarily because, I don't know.
The
It
drip is
does
pretty strong.
kind of fit her.
Looks
Kind
cool.
of, yeah, color-wise it kind of fits, and effect-wise it kind of fits, so like whatever for now. I didn't put a lot of care into it, if I'm being honest. And then artifact-wise, I don't have these marked. Let's see. But they're pretty obvious because they're all plus 20. If I remember what they were.
I think you just put an Animo goblet on her.
That would be cool. Yeah, I did. What did I have set up? Did I not finish filling them out, maybe? Well, I'm not really going to
You have
showcase her
that.
because we did the trial for that, so I'll look at that later. But it's fine. I have some stuff I was making for her. It was all... I think it was Crimson Witch. I was also dipping into Millilith for a while there, but... Anyways, worry about that later. Talent-wise, this is kind of boring, but I have enough to do. Like, I'll show off the fact that like I had to level her first, but I can't quite triple crown her because, you know, Scaramouche is being an asshole. Surprise, surprise. not dropping the right stuff. And it hasn't been out for all that long, but that's the only thing stopping me from basically triple crowning her. I think I have enough of everything else. Let's level her up real quick, because I have lots and lots of books and lots and lots of gold.
You were so prepared for this.
I sure was.
You weren't just prepared for Hoyoverse screwing you over.
I wasn't prepared for them to go through a beta process where people said she was undertuned and then they nerfed her. That doesn't seem like how that feedback process should work, but I'm not a beta tester, so what would I know?
I'm still half convinced there's got to be some sort of plan. It almost feels too incompetent, and they do so many other things well that it seems odd. But what do I know?
Hey, this feels good. I think I'll be
Does
able
it?
to hit quite a bit harder with my sword now.
Will
What about
you?
your fists? Can you hit hard
Quite
with
a
those?
Yeah, it's a shame you don't use your sword.
That's fine. I'm sure the split scaling they applied to her was going to be a good choice too, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Say the line, Bart. She's too busy stretching.
Just
Must be the
gonna
next one that
Yeah.
is a line.
Too much stretching going on.
I feel like we're all kind of looking at you do this and kind of silent content for Hoyoverse. Just could have been so much better.
So much power. I have to go test this out. You down to spar with me or what?
Sure, he said, weeping openly.
I mean, I'll say that's the funnest build I've seen is that talent, the thing that heals her. And people just building her super tinky and like all healing bonuses and stuff like that. And then they just like, they're invulnerable. They can't die.
Yeah, they just stand there.
Yeah.
I don't kill the
Menacingly.
bosses.
Yeah, where they're like there's no content in this game that deals enough damage other than I suppose the Raiden Shogun attack that auto kills you that can possibly kill her because nothing can beat the passive healing she has. And I'm like, that's entertaining.
We finally found the intent, the one thing she's good at. Oh,
Not playing the game. Well, you're three
Oh.
shy.
that's weird.
We're gonna have to go and farm that with you.
I mean, we could go right now.
Nah.
That's true. You gotta wish with your regular wishes.
Oh yeah, I was saving that for this. I'm getting somewhat close to a pity here. So let's go do that real quick. 13. And I think I'm on 60 pity if I remember correctly, so we could be approaching something here.
Okay.
That's exciting.
Like a Kuching.
Another Mona?
Another Mona.
Another Mona.
Every Mona.
Hey, you know, if you save these up, you could get another Dehya.
That's right.
More Bell.
I thought about that. I was like, well, I am approaching pity. It's like, well, then if I wait for that, she's out of the other banner, so then that's gone forever.
Oh yeah, no, I mean they definitely don't do that.
Yeah, couldn't do it.
It's like the only reason to even consider pulling the weapon now is that like it's unclear if it's ever gonna be on another banner again because like if she's never gonna come back on her own banner, then
Time to
like
get down to business.
All right.
yeah, is the weapon ever coming back? I don't know. It's a good stat stick, but
Here she is.
Are you doing any of the talents, Chris?
I did it. No. It's kind of
Save 'em.
boring, let's be honest. Look, I could rant and rave longer, but we already talked about it pretty much at length at the end of Jason's one, so go watch that if you haven't yet, because we kind of talked about the pros and cons here. We didn't realize all the cons at the time. Somehow there were more. But, yeah, I guess she can go in my teapot, and then we'll see if they ever actually change her. I severely doubt it, because she's just going to get relegated to standard anyways.
yeah. But very pretty. And if you wanted to, you could turn her into you could get a team out of it that like can do all the content. It's just unfortunate that she's basically surpassed by any other character.
That was kind of the most frustrating part. People were like, well, she's still good in the overworld. It's like, who isn't?
Yeah,
Like that whole part of the game is easy. The people that are really strong in the end game are starved for more end game content besides Spiral Abyss, and there she's not very good because she's terrible. But everywhere else, it's like, yeah, I mean, I can go kill hilichurls. Well, they're cool. Like, fucking, who can't do that?
Yeah, realistically, you can make a full-on barber team. You know what I mean? Like you could DPS Barbara. That doesn't necessarily mean that, that makes her a phenomenal character.
I could build crit rate Kokomi and still probably kill everything in the overworld.
It's true.
I hate the sentence I just said.
Don't do that. But yeah.
So I guess the question we usually ask at the end of these is, what's on the horizon? Now we're sort of approaching the end of our time in Sumeru. So the question is, was there anybody coming up between now and the end? Like, I don't know how you say his name. Baizu?
Baizu, yeah.
Anybody interested in him? Because the kit looks interesting, although some people are reporting he's kind of mediocre-ish, but like the possibility of a little bit of shielding, a little bit of healing seems interesting. It's like, what's everybody eyeing as their next pull?
I know for me, Baiju was interesting because, like you said, the kit might work with Sino pretty well. It gives some healing and some just enough shielding to like stop interruptions. But it also doesn't last very long. It's better than a lot of the
My
other
people are
options
used
because
to the
it'll follow him
desert life.
around, but it's not.
I hope
So
that
like
one day
16
they'll be
seconds,
able
and
to
that's the
find
big
an
problem with
oasis of their
Sino
own
is he just
and leave the
he
sandstorms
does too
behind
much.
for a better life.
Like he's on the field for so long that he will. Yeah, I think I've explained this before. You need really long durations, and there's really no one that can keep up outside of the Raiden Shogun and Nahida, the two Archons. So I don't know that I'll be pulling on Baiju. I will be interested to see what some of the more leaked characters are, see how long their durations are. My actual strategy, I think, right now is I'm going to kind of pull what you did and just wait. Given the leaks, I think I'd really like to pull for the Hydro Archon, unless someone else comes up that I think is cooler. So I might just save up and try to get them and their like signature weapon by the time they finally release in like many months from now. So I guess we'll see what that wait time looks like. But that's my tentative plan currently.
Jason stole my plan. I was gonna say the next Archon.
Yeah, the Archons tend to be some of the best out there. So.
And the one time they weren't was the one time they fixed a character after release.
Yep. Now
I'm
there's
gonna be- Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say there are the characters that have been leaked. Would be really cool. I will reserve the right to change my mind, but I don't know. That's why I've been watching leaks so much recently, is to see who's been coming up. There are no current characters other than like Mona, who I can't, aim for, that I would really like to have to add to my teams. So it's just sort of a waiting period to see who pops up next.
Yeah, I'm kind of in a similar boat. I don't really have a plan at this point. Kokomi would be kind of nice, but I don't know when she's going to rerun again, and then I haven't really seen any new characters that I'm super interested in, so I'm just going to start saving and playing the waiting game and see who piques my interest later.
It's gonna be Kazuha, isn't it? Kazuha's gonna pique your interest.
Try to, like,
G7
C4.
Kazuha.
I mean, don't put it past me. I would do it if you reran again. I would try. So yeah, not really any real plan at this point. Just kind of waiting, seeing who shows up.
I'm gonna be an idiot and throw every wish I have at Kaveh. So,
Ah,
despite not even having a Dendro DPS yet, so there's no reason. I just really like him.
He does look pretty.
Isn't he a Dendro DPS, or am I misunderstanding the leaks on his kit? Maybe I am.
I thought he was support, but I don't know.
I think he's a Dendro DPS. He's like the
Well, then even better.
4-star. I think he's like the 4-star Alhaitham. Big Claymore user, can turn his Claymore into doing Dendro damage, and is like almost kind of big on just using like the charge attack where you just spin. The sword just spins around him like a helicopter blade, and like
He's not
he just
pick it up.
No, he doesn't pick it up. No, his hands are too pretty for that. So, yeah, and like one of his abilities extends the range on like how big the sweep is around him, like the range on his normal or charge attacks. So like you just sort of like pop some abilities and then you just hold down a button and walk around looking pretty and everything just gets chopped up. So, I don't know. That's what I've seen so far. So it might be fun, you know.
That is my plan. And hopefully it's on a Nilu rerun, because I lost her 50-50. So that'd be great.
Oh,
Are
yeah.
you on a guarantee now, or would you be up against another 50-50?
I'm on a guarantee at like 60 pity. It's horrible.
So you've got to pick the right banner coming up here.
Yeah.
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 I mean, it's horrible in a way, but also obviously good.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, it's nice. It's just difficult not pulling, even though I really don't want either of these characters that are here right now.
What am I going to do with my surplus wishes? Because I'm going to have at least another 10 to 15 out of what I just got of excess from this pull, and I already have 140 left now. I don't know. The Geocat girl, maybe? I have a severe deficiency of Geo characters, and I mean, maybe Ito the next time he comes up, but...
Well, I'm gonna let you know right now. The only reason even I'm considering pulling for that one myself is because it's new leaks are saying it's not Geo, it's Dendro. So I feel like that might change.
Well,
your
good. We
opinion.
need more Dendro characters right now. Just kidding, we don't. But I mean, that's a possibility. If Alhaitham reran sometime between like now and the end of the year, maybe, because I, especially now, sort of regret not pulling for him. I don't really know for sure, because I was kind of planning on spending everything I had in this one way or another, and
Yeah.
Mihoyo was like, actually, I don't want all your money.
That's maybe the most perplexing part of all this, which we could talk about for the 10 minutes, but probably isn't necessary. It's just, it doesn't add up, and that's the part that doesn't make sense. So that's okay. I have Dehya. I'm at least happy with the fact that I've got her. Maybe she'll be improved by something down the road. It's not her artifact set. We know that much. It's a marginal improvement in some cases. So it might just be a lost cause.
But can we just admire that between the like the head on the shoulder and the she's got the little tail that hangs down on her back. She has this beautiful, the manticore aesthetic is like fully built into her little outfit. It's so good. She's got the little scorpion tail that hangs down in between, like on her back, but between her shoulder blades. Oh, it's good.
I love the aesthetic. The color scheme's great. I like the voice acting quite a bit. Like, there's so many things that I would have been really happy about, and then I didn't even need her to be great. I don't need her to be meta-breaking or some kind of new establishment. Average would have been fine. Worst 5-star in the game, I was certainly not hoping for.
Yeah.
But there you go. I wailed for Dehya despite her flaws, because I guess I'm a simp. I don't know. Fuck me, I guess. But, you know, I minimized it at least, because this was going to be, again, everything I had, and now not doing that. Not rewarding this level of mediocrity at best. So, that's it for this time. We'll be back. The next time you see a whaling video pop up, it's going to be because somebody commits. I guess that sounds like it might be Cade, unless anybody's going really hard for Baiju.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to kind of play it by ear depending on leaks and stuff. I'd really like to be able to use my Cyno more regularly, because I have a lot of fun Hulk smashing everything. That's the best thing about him. It's also the worst thing about him. He tries to Hulk smash too long, and he kills things too quick, and then you have no energy, and you're just standing there unable to Hulk smash, feeling impotent as hell. So you're like, what do I do? What do I do? I'm just a boy with a stick, and what I need to be is a giant clawed Anubis, and I can't do that right now. So,
well, as always, we thank you for watching. We hope you enjoy following along with this. I mean, I always like watching people pull, so I think it's kind of fun to do the reverse. It's not usually as fun for me as it is for other people, but that's fine. Definitely not bitter. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. We will see you next time we pull.
Later, everyone.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.